everybody. Thank you for coming today. I'm just here to do a little housekeeping first and how this is going to work. First of all, welcome to Iona. Welcome to the introductory press conference for Dan Geriot, our new head coach. I'm going to introduce our Director of Athletics in a couple of moments here. He's going to introduce Coach Geriot. Coach Geriot is going to have photo opportunities by the step and repeat over to my left. And then there's going to be an opportunity for media members to do interviews with Coach. And after that's all completed, he'll stick around and mingle and say hello to everyone else here. So with that said, we can go live here on the live stream out to the world. Looking at the cameras, if the cameras are all set to go. I'd like to introduce our Director of Athletics, Matthew Glovaski.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. It's great to see you all. Welcome to the LaPenta School of Business. As Brian mentioned, for those who I don't know, my name is Matt Glovaski, and I am the Director of Athletics here at Iona. And today is a very special day, a historic day for our men's basketball program as we welcome the 16th head men's basketball coach of our Iona program. So, very proud day, very excited to welcome Coach Geriot and his family here. Before I begin, I do most importantly want to take a moment to welcome the people behind the scenes that obviously, you know, support Coach Geriot so much. And so to Dana, to Miles, let's put a hand up here. Everybody got to get to know Miles here. We're so excited for you all to be here, Coach Geriot's family. A very special time, and we look forward to welcoming you to New Rochelle and to the Gael family. How about a big round of applause for Coach Geriot? Iona is a very special place, and the success of our basketball program is due to so many people behind the scenes, far too many to thank today. But every opportunity I get, particularly in a situation like this, there is one very special individual that I always like to acknowledge because he has meant so much to the success of our basketball program over the years. And although he is not here today, I know he's watching and supporting, and that is Mr. Edward Aragoni, who has truly been so supportive and loves the maroon and gold, has done so much to support our success, and we're thinking of him today, and we hope to see him soon. How about a round of applause for Mr. Aragoni? Iona basketball has a proud and storied tradition. We've got incredible coaches, Naismith Hall of Famers, amazing players that have represented the maroon and gold for so many years. This program has been built on passion, pride, and performance. As we look ahead, we recognize that the world of college basketball is changing. The transfer portal, name, image, and likeness, the evolving NCAA landscape, these are real and significant changes. It's time to think differently. It's time to adapt. It's time to bring innovation to our game. We believe head coach Dan Geriot is the right coach for this moment. Dan brings a wealth of experience, having served in a variety of roles, starting at Princeton and Campbell at the collegiate level, and then spending the last decade in the NBA, serving with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New Orleans Pelicans. He's known for his basketball IQ, his forward thinking of analytics, and his deep understanding of player development. Dan was also an outstanding player in his own right. He helped lead the University of Richmond to a 2011 Sweet 16 run. And many of you may even remember that Coach Geriot was here and played against the Gaels, and what ultimately would end up being a double overtime win, but Coach Geriot was a force to be reckoned with. And so it's especially fitting, full circle almost, that today we are in New Rochelle welcoming Coach Geriot back to New Rochelle as our new head coach. What stood out about Coach Geriot throughout our process, and what continues to shine, is his energy, his passion, and his ability to connect with players. That feedback has come through clearly and consistently, every step of the way, and we've seen that firsthand in the 2 short weeks he's been with us. I want to take a second to thank our very special fans who have meant so much, the loyal people behind the scenes, our fans who come to every game and care so much. You continue to support us. Continue to support the name on the front of the jersey, and you mean so much to us, the team behind our teams. We say thank you so much, and know that we'll continue to fight the good fight. As we move into this new chapter, I'm confident that Dan will lead this program with integrity, with vision, and with relentless drive to compete at the very highest level. He will carry the tradition of Iona basketball into the future while helping us evolve and navigate and thrive in this new era. And with that, it is my honor to welcome the 16th head men's basketball coach in Iona history, head coach Dan Geriot.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Wow, how about it? Look at this place. I heard about all this, but here we are. Here we are. What an experience and feeling. Thank you, Matt, for the introduction. We've just been feeling this energy and support since the day we got here. Right? Thank you, Dr. Carey, Matt again, the Board of Trustees, and our General Manager, Craig Moore, for helping us get into this new landscape and give me the opportunity to be the one to be that driver of that bus. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the New Orleans Pelicans, our Executive Vice President of Operations, David Griffin, and our head coach, Willie Green. As this came about, it was, I guess a good adjective would be abrupt, and they were very gracious in how they handled a lot of what went on and a lot of how I needed to get here as fast as I could to get our hands on our players and get our hands on our player development program and have an opportunity to let them know where we were headed. For a couple more thank yous, I think I'd be remiss as well. The Cleveland Cavaliers were so dear to my family and everything. We had 9 years there. Incredible run in the NBA. So Trent Redden ended up being the GM there. Kobe Altman is now the vice president. Trent's now the GM of the Clippers. And Tyronn Lue were the guys that gave me a huge start in that business. Let me be myself, probably too much, but that's okay. We figured that out. And then the idea was that they really were my mentors and guys I still communicate with to this day on how we need to do this and honestly how Iona's going to do this. JD Bickerstaff was also a huge part of this when we went through a rebuild after we chased the NBA Finals for all those years. JD Bickerstaff taught me a consistent approach to how to work daily and what to do with your team every single day, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity with him. A big thank you to the players. The support they showed when we were able to get this job, that was incredible. A lot of that goes with our relationship with them, you know what I mean? They're not on my payroll, so they were that was very, it meant a lot to me because that's the player development program we're bringing here. That's the program you guys are going to see on the floor. Our players are going to feel so important to me that happened, and you guys were obviously able to see that. And as I join this community and this energy, I'm hopeful, we'll see more of those guys courtside as we keep going. Larry and Kevin especially. Now for my family, my mom, my aunt, my godmother, they're here now. My dad's watching here. Appreciate you guys for the support. Obviously, crazy journey as always. And then also, my first boss was Mitch Henderson at Princeton, and it was the same idea. He was incredible to me. Again, a lot of these guys let me be myself, and that's a clear thing we're going to do here. I want all of our interactions, you're going to know me very well. Matt and Brian already have, and they're next to me every day, every step of this way. And that's been so great that it's already felt like home here, and I've been able to come from my own skin. My high school head coach, Kevin McCormick, is still there. He was a great mentor for me. That was an incredible opportunity, and also the fact that he's still there, that longevity, proves it can happen even in this modern era. And then he's somewhere around here, but my college coach, Chris Mooney, yeah, there he is back there. 20 years. We were part of the first recruiting class at Richmond for him. A couple other guys were there before, we don't count them. So the idea is the same thing. You can do this thing in this modern era with longevity, with program building, and with the right culture and environment. And then obviously, my son Miles and my wife Dana, the support. Dana's here today after a crazy travel day with the Northeast winds. So let's give her a round of applause for getting here. We're ready to go, and then Miles, obviously, he's our guy running around here. He'll be 3 soon.
We love him, and obviously you guys get to know him very well. He's a very outgoing human, so take that with a grain of salt. So appreciate all that, and then, I think now we can shift to, listen, what a time to be at Iona University. I think this is, it's groundbreaking. I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of the mentality of what Dr. Carey and Matt see and what we can do here made this so critical for me to say yes. I mean, hiring a first-time GM in the MAC, understanding where this landscape's going. Right? This is going to be so different. We don't know what the rules are going to be in 2 years. You know what I mean? And that's the idea that I love. We get to create and innovate at Iona University every single day. We're already doing it in the way we're handling our retaining players, portal players, and I think it's just so critical that I think everyone's going to feel this. The next part of how we're building it is forward thinking, right? So as we're doing this thing, we're doing a lot of, I can't get into 100% of the details, but the idea is we're going to build a program. We're going to build an environment. Everybody's going to be here and understand what Iona means on the front. It's a crazy landscape right now, and I'm dealing with it, and I have empathy for a lot of the players. We're, unfortunately, for our last decade, we're used to that, but that's the idea of where we're headed with this whole thing. And I think Craig Moore and myself know each other for a long, long time, and I think we know how to communicate effectively with each other and have this alignment with Matt and Dr. Carey, and that's what we're after. The alignment's the key. Lastly, for Iona piece, we're giving Iona what it deserves. You guys deserve to be on this innovative approach. You guys just went from Iona College to Iona University. That doesn't happen in this modern world. That's so difficult to do. When I was explained to how to support what that energy behind this place is, that was the easiest yes ever. So easy to be yes, this is my wife's first time on campus. So that big move was just as simple as that. Because with this support and alignment, we have an ability to really change our players' lives, and then vice versa. Players can change our lives with the type of guys we're going to bring in. And then I think what I'm so critical point of what we're after, that really goes with all our history and tradition. Okay, the coaches that already reached out to me, Pat Kennedy, Tim Cluse, Tim Welsh, Jeff Rowland. I mean, those are just the ones that connected with me already. And I've been here for, I think, 11 days. Matt was gracious. I think it was in 2 weeks. It's been 11 days. This place is just so special, and I felt that already. It reminds me of the programs that we've been a part of, programs we've built, and even cities we've been in the NBA. So I think that's one thing we deserve for ourselves, is to understand as a group, as a community, we're gonna put this thing on the forefront, and we need to be pumping our chest about how we're doing that every day, every week, every month, every year. We're very excited for that opportunity. Now we'll get to the vision. We used to call it a culture of brutal honesty that Chris Mooney instilled in us. I've shifted it a little. It's called radical transparency. Some of our guys have dealt with it already. I see them a little in the back. We're going to get them better and get them going. But it's a direct communication line. To me, it's open, it's transparent, it's honest. We're going to get you better. It's going to be every day. The consistency we put into this thing is the most critical part. I'm going to be on the court with them every day. We're going to have the best player development program in the country. The biggest reason why, I don't think a lot of guys know how to create the player development program to lead in the team development. And that's what I'm after every day. That's what we did for a decade in the NBA. We want to really focus on guys that can dribble and pass. Those are lost arts of what we're doing, and that's what we created with our guard play, our wing play, and even our big men as well. That'll be something you'll see a ton of as we continue on this journey. The other piece that we're going to really detail in, and our guys have already felt this, is our spacing and our decision making. And that goes into the culture of radical transparency. You're going to be coached very abruptly when the decisions are poor, and when they're good, you're going to be patted on the back, and we're going to be good to go as we win and celebrate Hines. I think the next piece is our staff. What do? They're going to have all player development backgrounds. I think you guys hopefully saw yesterday, we retained Pat Wallace to be here, so let's give Pat a round of applause. And we've already hired Michael Thompson. I think that's going to be a big thing too, So Michael's coming with us with a huge player development background and a 13-year pro career, and then Pat obviously has already been chomping at the bit, grinding at this thing at Iona, and I think I need him more than he needs me right now, that's for damn sure. And then obviously, as we get into this whole thing, it's going to be multiple ball handlers, transparency throughout. The last part's the defensive side. It's going to be high IQ. It's going to be a lot of details. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to turn teams over. We're going to get defensive rebounds and push. And we're going to play in this space and decision-making world that I've lived and breathed for a long time, and I'm excited to put that on the court here. Now, I think the biggest thing here when, this is why I waited for Coach Mooney till the end. The people in this program are going to matter so much, okay? I think that's one thing that's missing, and this is part of the new landscape. We need to understand people matter more than anything else, and we need to get selfless faster. I think as we build this team, this is what I'm used to team building this way. Yeah, I'd love to have more retention right now. I understand it's a brand new coach. I think the idea though is as we build this forward, all we're thinking about is the people holding the line on our everyday values. Like this place is so special to all of us. That's got to come through all the time. Last Saturday, I talked to Matt about this. Last Saturday, I'm out here watching I'm on campus, feeling the community. I've been in the NBA for a decade. One of the best days of my life was that last Saturday. I called Dana right away and I said, we're home. This place is ridiculous. This community's out here. We're watching all the sports games. We're watching all the athletic events. We're walking over to softball. And I called her and said, we're home. I can't wait to get you up here because this is going to be it. And that's the idea, like, why you got to hold the line. Everyday guys come in here. This program is going to mean so much to this place. It already does. Look at this place. I mean, this is incredible. This doesn't happen anywhere in mid-major college basketball. We're going to compete against high majors. We're going to get real guys. We're going to get real guys in here with our retained guys and get this thing off the ground quickly. We deserve it. That's the vision and the plan. Remember, we're forward thinking, right? Every day, that's what we're thinking about. Matching it with the past. That's the creation of what we're doing it, and then it doesn't matter without the right people. And obviously, again, it's my boy's first time on campus. I felt the people, I felt the energy, I felt the support. I feel you guys every day. I cannot wait for us to tip off in Hines in the fall. And listen, maybe not everybody, but every once in a while, come on for open practice every time we're there, see how the guys are getting better. And we're excited to get to know each and every one of you as well as my family. Thank you guys, and excited for the new era.